Hello, welcome back and welcome in. My name is Nikki Wheeler. If you're interested in gaming, go subscribe to my other channel and follow my Twitch to see my gaming live. Now, let's start this video. Today, I will be discussing Olivia Rodrigo. She is a well-known Disney actress and singer writing the inescapable hit Driver's License. It's easy to hear why this song is so popular, as she sang about the plans that fall apart in the wake of a breakup and the sheer magnitude of her very first heartbreak. The rawness in Olivia Rodrigo's voice and lyrics spoke to those her own age and provided some potent flashbacks for those who may be older as well. On the rest of her debut album, Sour, she delivers on the potential of that blockbuster single and then some. Rodrigo nails what it's like to be 17, heartbroken, frustrated, and updates the traditions of the sharp-eyed and sharp-tongued songwriters before her for Gen Z. Even if we ignore her age, it is still impressive that this album was primarily made by two people, with Olivia having some production credit alongside penning 2 to 3 songs single-handedly. Most artists, specifically in pop, typically don't even offer their writing abilities until their second or even third albums, so that was a huge achievement for her. It's refreshing to hear a pop album that's sonically consistent and also produced by a single person. Starting strong with Brutal, Olivia is full of angst and rocks along with the pop rock beat, singing about the misleading promise of youth, including all the betrayals, disappointments, parent expectations, and challenges of our golden years. The song was, in my opinion, one of the best starter songs for any album that I have heard because of how high and loud it starts, then immediately goes back to low for the first verse and then back again. I think it shows in a quite indirect way that mood swings are a major part of growing up and are a part of that angst a lot of people have. She then moves into Traitor, which is a mood swing in itself, completely shutting down into a tearful ballad about being betrayed by the one you loved. The song became immediately very popular after the album release. The reason probably is in the meaning of the song, which is relatable by many and tells us a personal story. There was a possible third person in her relationship and she was jealous, but he always denied any romantic involvement. However, as Olivia reveals in the song, he started dating her just 2 weeks after they broke up. It took you 2 weeks to go off and date her. Guess you didn't cheat, but you're still a traitor. There's a lot of anger underneath, but sad notes that show the overwhelming feeling of being cheated on. And while I know this whole album is stylized in lowercase, but with this song especially, it diminishes the importance of the subject at hand and amplifies that feeling that the song wants to put out. And then you have Driver's License, which I already did talk about a bit, but overall, this song showcases a brilliant balance of unfiltered outpouring and graceful specificity. Its accompanying music video spins a portrait of Olivia as she drives aimlessly, longing for this ex-love. The visuals of the music video along the bridge is one of my favorites off this album because it's in slow motion and elongating words to capture a feeling of time is slowing down and your life is flashing before your eyes. Next is One Step Forward, 3 Steps Back. It's about an inconsistent partner getting one step closer to getting the person that she fell in love with, just sets her back even further. There are so many people who are kind of wishy-washy about their feelings, and it can come across as a blame game. You get into your head thinking you're the cause of their changing moods and start to blame yourself in a self-deprecating way when it's almost always them. Walking on eggshells around your significant other, or any person for that matter, is the most anxiety-inducing thing someone can go through, especially at a young age. So the whole song being slow makes me love it even more. It is definitely a top 3 song. It also lacks huge instruments and is mainly just guitar, I do believe. It is a nice change from the first couple songs, but I definitely think it should have gone towards the end of the record in my opinion, just because of that. Track 5 was Deja Vu. This song finds Olivia at a different stage with her beginning to move on from this heartbreak. She questions both the authenticity of her ex's new relationship as well as their emotions for this new girl. It has a more upbeat melody, which is amazing. It gives this vintage vibe and even more so in the music video. There is some sort of charisma in the song that makes it better than Driver's License to me. She talks about getting deja vu when watching her ex's new relationship from an outsider perspective. I believe it is one of the only songs that is a completely made-up concept and doesn't come from an actual experience from Olivia, which is even more impressive because of how in-depth some of the details go in the song, like the dates and the music that they shared together. Then you go into the sixth song, Good For You, which is full of sarcasm and more anger. Olivia again experiments musically, this time using drums and a guitar as primary instruments to emphasize her anger building up as the song progresses. It's as if she is getting more and more vindictive as the song and album progresses, and I was definitely all in for it. It was interpolated from Paramore, and you can 100% hear it, along with the other 2000s hits like Avril Lavigne and The Summer Set. Again, the bridge is definitely one of my favorite songs with this one because of the build-up and the longer high note towards the end. It was phenomenal. Then we dive right back into our feels with Enough For You. Olivia has put extra effort into trying to be perfect for her partner, comparing herself to his ex-girlfriend just for him to leave her in the end for someone else. She's left feeling heartbroken, but knows that in the end, he will be the one who's really hurt. This is one of the songs I had mentioned that she had written by herself, and it shows. It is kind of hopeful in a way and very self-aware. A lot of the times I do find the self-aware approach kind of cheesy, but it does it alright in this song, though the song definitely isn't necessarily my favorite. I can listen to it, but I don't pay it much mind anymore. In Happier, she wishes the best for this ex-lover in their new relationship, but simultaneously hopes she remains a significant memory in their life. It really encapsulated the sour essence she was going for. Bittersweet, but more emphasis on the bitter, knowing she is the best that he will ever get. And it's as simple as that. There isn't much to say. It was a strong piece for being one of the first songs written and only being written at 16. The range in this one is really breathtaking and is definitely one of the best vocally speaking. Now, Jealousy Jealousy is about an unrealistic standard society has set for young people, most notably young women, and particularly on social media. Social media has taken over a lot of lives through the years and has imposed a lot of things that are considered standard that just shouldn't be, especially on physical appearances, but there's just a smidge of dopamine that is received by looking at these things, which makes it such an addictive problem. It is a really troubling mindset to be in at all, let alone as a teen. This is definitely my favorite song because of that message, along with the stylistic choice of lyrics. The chorus is definitely what's addictive in this song. I have and will always listen to it on repeat because of it. A lot of the problem is not realizing that social media is fake and nobody's as perfect as they seem online. Going from social media to a more personal song again, Favorite Crime is the display of subverting the situation she's in, as she implies that she is partly responsible for her heartbreak because she let herself be treated badly in the relationship. The overall theme is the person who hurt you must be forgiven, but forgiveness is also important for yourself. Heartbreak is definitely a two-way street. You couldn't have gotten yourself heartbroken if you didn't put yourself in the position to be hurt. The tone and speed of the song instantly makes it a top song for me. It definitely takes the second spot. And the final track, Hope You're Okay, ends the record as a happy message, telling whoever is listening that you'll be alright and you're going to get through it. It is an emotional song, much more emotional than the others just because it was reassuring. It was like a breath after being underwater for so long. This album was a roller coaster, which is fitting. It was made like that purposefully. Would I change some songs around it? Yes, of course, but I understand the message that Olivia wanted to convey, and each song was definitely well received and appreciated. Each song tells a story, all including the bittersweet angst of a teenager and heartbreak. Sour as a whole was a well-suited title, and I don't think there was anything lyrically or composition-wise that I would change about it. It includes so many genres that I love, like pop punk, alt pop, bedroom pop, and alt rock. And the songs have meaning, which is definitely a 10 out of 10 on my scoreboard. Though I don't relate to every song, I can simply be a listener and understand the true emotion behind the words. I love music like that. It isn't made for a particular audience if you allow it. Now, Olivia has released a new single titled Vampire in time for her new album, Guts. The song was amazing and had some iconic lyrics. I'm preparing myself for the new era of her growth as an artist, but I'm still not sold on the album cover or title, but I'm sure it will definitely grow on me over time or when I hear the rest of the album. It is coming out September 8th, so be prepared for that. Because it isn't out yet, I cannot compare the two just yet, but I can say album cover wise, I do like Sour much better. Of course, I do like that she has a theme going right now with purple, and hopefully she will do it again with her third album, because it is my favorite color and I always love seeing it. Anyways, I will be ending the video right here. Olivia Rodrigo was pretty much an overnight pop star with the hit Driver's License and has not looked back since. I highly suggest her music if you like emotional pop punk and other alternative inspired music. If you like this video, subscribe and give it a thumbs up. Until next time, bye guys.